Welcome to SourceFed, I'm Ross Everett, and this is
Today in History.
September 19th in history, a powerful 8.1 earthquake shakes Mexico City, killing 10,000 people in 1985. The Electoral Act is passed in New Zealand, giving women the right to vote in 1893. And the 20th President of the United States, James Garfield, succumbs to his gunshot wound, making him the second president to be assassinated in office in 1881. But in 1995, the New York Times and Washington Post published a manifesto from Ted Kaczynski, the most prominent anti-technology terrorist of our time, or as you might know him, the Unabomber. The manifesto was a call to action to revolt against the effects of modern society's industrial technological system. And there was a great deal of controversy surrounding whether or not to publish it, as there tends to be with calls to action. But in the end, it was a good thing that they did, as without it, Kaczynski's brother David would have never been able to realize the similarities between the manifesto and articles and letters his brother Ted had written previously. David's wife Linda had already been a little suspicious of Ted based on the released information of the bomber's suspected geographical history, and the excerpts persuaded her to urge her husband to read the manifesto. Separate from the FBI, David hired a private investigator to discreetly look into his estranged brother, who he hadn't seen in 10 years. Working with a former FBI criminal profiler, the private investigator was able to match the old letters to the manifesto with more than a 60% possibility that they were written by the same person. With this information in hand, the PI delivered the evidence to the FBI, who used it to obtain a search warrant for Ted's Montana cabin, in which they found a wealth of bomb components. While David wished to remain anonymous as the man who turned in his brother, an unknown source leaked the information to media outlets, which is why we know David's involvement today. And that's what happened today in history. Happy birthday.